Welcome to the Cinedorks Weekly Review, a weekly recap on all the latest gear and industry news you might have missed. I'm Logan Bose.
Hey,
Thanks
be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the bell for notifications. Oh, yeah!
I'm sorry. That wasn't supposed to make it in. I apologize. I was trying some, super cool things to get the point across that you should, maybe like and subscribe.
Crazy Taxi.
I'm sorry. Anyway, let's get to the news. The big news of the week is the Sony FX6 was officially announced, and the verdict is in. It's an A7S III in a video camera body, or something like that. Or not really at all. It's also a mini FX9? Let's dive into this. So what are you getting with the FX6? Well, here we go. Full frame sensor, 120p in 4K, dual native ISO, face and eye detect autofocus, 4K 422 10-bit internal recording, S-Cinetone color profile, external raw recording through an Adamus, electronic variable ND, 4 channels of audio, SDI out, timecode, and LUT applications. To me, the key feature here is the raw output recording to an Adamus. Not necessarily because I would use it often if I had it, but the fact that the FX9 requires you to buy an absurdly expensive and bulky add-on just for the privilege of outputting the raw signal from that camera, while the FX6 doesn't? And the FX6 is $5,000 cheaper or $7,500 cheaper if you include the cost of the raw module needed for the FX9. I think Matt Allard over at Newsshooter said it best when he said, "I still cannot comprehend why Sony requires the FX9 users to use the extension kit to output 16-bit RAW so that can be captured to a compatible external recorder. With the FX6, you can output the same 16-bit linear RAW signal from the camera and then record it in the exact same 12-bit ProRes RAW file without needing to pony up $2,500 to do this. It makes absolutely no sense, and if I was an FX9 owner, I would probably be pretty upset about this." Yeah, I'd be upset about that too if I spent $7,500 more for a camera that did the same exact thing. But the camera is impressive in its own right. Like the A7S III, it offers the ability to use CF Express Type A or UHS-2 SD cards, instead of being forced into Sony's proprietary XQD media system like the FX9. You will, however, need to use the much more expensive CF Express A cards if you wish to record frame rates over 100 frames per second, which kind of feels like a handicap. Overall, the FX6 is making headlines and sparking the big debate of Sony versus Canon once again. Many people have dubbed the FX6 a near-perfect camera, and it's going to go head-to-head with the Canon C200 and C70. The latter of which I personally would gravitate to based on my personal needs, but that's just me. All I know is this. Can't afford any of them, so why don't we move on, shall we? Tentacle Sync, the company known for providing camera operators with a convenient device for syncing time codes between various camera systems, has released the new Tentacle Sync Track E Pocket, a 32-bit float audio recorder with a lav mic. Announced over a year ago, it's finally been released and the reviews are in. It's not too shabby. YouTube audio titan Curtis Judd did an hour-long stream on the device, and Gerald Undone did a breakdown and review of the product as well, the links of which you can find in the description. The device is a portable audio recorder not unlike that of the Zoom F1 or the Tascam DR10L. The parlor trick of the Track E, however, is its 32-bit float audio capabilities, which, if you haven't looked into it, is friggin' awesome. Basically, it means you never get clipped audio and you can recover low or blown out audio no matter what the level was recorded at. But speaking of the Zoom F1, shortly after the Track E was released, Zoom announced the F2, which is pretty much the same exact thing, a 32-bit self-recording audio pack with a lav mic. So Tentacle Sync immediately has a competitor in this space, and it's arguably the most successful one on the market in Zoom. Not only that, but it's
$150 less,
which does not bode well for Tentacle Sync. It's bad enough your first foray into the audio recorder realm gets disrupted by arguably the biggest audio device provider on the market, but they priced theirs at $150 less. That doesn't diminish the quality of the Track E though. It's a highly rated device and has gotten glowing reviews. But if I had to choose between the two, I'm probably going with the company who has been providing reliable audio solutions for over a decade versus the company who made timecode sync devices, but that's just me. Also, I like saving money. The 2020 Road Reel winners have been announced, and surprise, surprise, I'm not one of them. The Judges Prize winner this year went to Timothy Hay of South Africa for his short film Amanzi Olwandle, parentheses, Ocean Water, end parentheses. And you know what? It's stunning. You should go watch it. It's really good. Rode took a very interesting approach to this year's prize packages. Instead of offering up a massive prize pack for each category, they were just like, here's a load of money, don't spend it all in one place. Kudos to Rode for doing this every year. I first entered this back in 2015. It was a lot of fun, and if you've never done it, I highly recommend it. It's a really good time. Adamus announced their Neon 17 and 24-inch HDR monitors are going to start shipping next month. They were first announced back in 2019, and they are now available. So if you're one of the people who purchased one of these and have been patiently waiting, you should be rewarded by getting them soon. Also, it's me, your third cousin's neighbor's nephew, twice removed. I heard you were doing pretty well lately and you got yourself one of those $4,000 monitors. I was just thinking, maybe you could share the wealth and send me $500? Oh, you won't do that? Oh, you don't know who I am? Wow, you've changed. You know that? You know what? I don't need your charity. Enjoy your monitor, Doug. Blackmagic announced their Davinci Resolve Speed Editor, a $300 shortcut keyboard device that, for a limited time, they will be shipping with purchases of Davinci Resolve 17. It is rumored, though, that it will also come with a trash bag so you can throw away all the used chip bags to make space for the Speed Editor on your desk. Oh, that's just me? Yeah, I'm the slob, right? Yeah. Actually, that tracks. Rotolight has announced the Titan X1, a 1x1 panel version of their impressive Rotolight Titan X2 panel light. If you're unfamiliar, the Rotolight's impressive parlor trick that sets it apart from its competitors is its active diffusion filter, a digital setting that allows you to control the amount of diffusion on your light, not unlike a variable ND filter. It's witchcraft, and I want it. But aside from that, the Titan line is wildly impressive with a solid UI and robust features. RGB LED panels are all the rage these days, and the Titan is certainly one of the key players in that space. It's obviously out there to compete with the likes of the Arri Sky panel and Light Panel's Gemini, which were the key players before. But since then, we've gotten panels from Aperture, Luxley, Creamsource, Lupo, Westcott, and more. And they all vary in price. Brands like Luxley and Aperture have panels coming in at the more prosumer-friendly prices of $2,000 and under. The Rotolight? Yeah, it's not cheap. The X1 comes in at a whopping $3,000 for a 1x1 panel. For comparison, a Luxley Timpani can be had for less than $1,000. Now, those two lights are not created equal. The extended features of the Rotolight trounce the Luxley, but if you're in the market for an RGB light with digital gels and effects, you don't need to bemoan your inability to get a Sky panel or a Titan just because you can't afford it. But it'd be nice if you could, right? Sure wish someone out there could just gift it to you, right? Doug? Buddy? Well, that's our show. Thanks for watching. Got some thoughts on the news this week? Leave comments in below and let's dish the hot goss. I'm Logan Bose, this is the Cinedorks Weekly Review, and you are welcome.